So the kids are back in school, and with all those extracurricular activities, sometimes it's hard for them to keep that energy level up. By the end of the day, they're just wiped out, especially when they're involved in those athletics and they're doing so much working out in this heat. So sports nutritionist Brooke is joining us to give us some tips on natural ways to keep the kids, number one, safe, and number two, hydrated throughout the day and also energized. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You are, your background really is in triathlons and running and really kind of just endurance sports, right? Tell me about that.
Yeah, so my store is called Destination Kona, and it's a triathlon store. I launched it in March as an online store, and we'll be opening a brick and mortar location at the end of next month, so September.
Well, congratulations on kind of that transition there. And I think it's so great when we have local resources like that, because we're able to really piggyback on everything that you've learned firsthand from, you know, running in marathons, doing triathlons, and really what it takes to keep our kids safe.
Right.
So walk me through some of the things that you think are the biggest mistakes that people are making.
Okay, well, as far as going back to school and kids, the most important thing right now with the heat is keeping them hydrated. So sending a water bottle with them, keeping them drinking throughout the day is very important. Secondly, you know, in addition to having meals, the 3 meals a day, sending them with snacks, you know, keeping their blood sugar up, keeping them full throughout the day, and then just providing them a balanced meal and minimizing processed and packaged.
Well, you brought some Gatorade and you brought some water. And I'm kind of confused, to be honest with you, because I had heard as of late that the Gatorade was not so great for the kids. So explain why you think this is good and who it's good for.
So Gatorade is really nice because it replenishes electrolytes that have been lost during exercise through sweat. So sodium, potassium are a couple of the main electrolytes lost. Gatorade has those in small amounts to replenish. It also has sugar though, so it's balancing, perhaps cutting the Gatorade with some water, some soda, whatever your child prefers. However, it does have benefits. Good old-fashioned water also works as well.
And so even right here in the front, you've got some, what are these, like little electrolytes tablets?
So it's called Noon tablets. Noon. And they are nice if your child is not huge on plain water. Drop one of the tablets into just a
bottle.
It
bubbles. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, you get a little fizz and a little flavor. So it comes in a variety of different flavors and kicks it up.
And so what is this how is this helping them with hydration? What is it putting in there? It's just, is it the flavor that's kind of the gateway to them drinking more?
Absolutely, and then also the electrolytes as well, so sodium and potassium.
Oh, okay. Now, if your child isn't, you know, on the football field after school, but obviously they're playing on the playground, would you still suggest the same way to hydrate them, or would you just kind of stick to the basics of water?
If the less active they are, the less you know, heat that they're encountering during activity, the less Gatorade type, you know, of fluid that you're going to need, I would stick with plain water. Dropping in one of these Noon tablets is a good option because there's no sugar, there's 8 calories.
Okay, so I like these ideas. And you know, if the kids get to do it, they're going to think
they love it.
Yeah, they're going to think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's talk about energy bars, because you talked about those snacks, and after we've got the kids hydrated, I'm sensing that this is, you know, hydration during the day, not just right when they're doing the sports.
Right.
The same would probably go for snacks throughout the day,
Definitely.
not just ravenous children when they come home from, you know, practice after school.
Right, and bars are great because they're so easy. You know, you can throw one in your bag, throw one in your, you know, lunch, before practice, during a game. The nice thing about the bars that we have here, the Cliff brand does a really nice job of incorporating organic ingredients, and then the Lara bar does a really nice job of minimizing ingredients. So when you flip over a bar and you can look at the ingredients and you recognize everything in it, that's a really great thing, especially for kids, but also for adults.
Well, and I'm sensing too here the progression, though. You probably suggest real food over the bars and such.
Depending on what you're using it for. So if your child has a game, I know that with my kids, before they have a baseball game, they want something a little bit heavier than a bar that keeps them full but also doesn't weigh them down. So here we have the traditional peanut butter and jelly. I made it a little bit healthier by using a whole wheat bagel thin, natural peanut butter and low sugar jelly.
Okay.
So a twist on the old standby. And then here's another good example of just kind of balancing things out. A string cheese provides a little bit of protein, fat. You have multigrain crackers with the good carbohydrate, and then some grapes, fruits and vegetables always included in the diet.
All right, so I think the message here is clearly just hydrate and figure out the way that works best for your child, whether they're the extreme athlete or they're just a little one that needs to stay hydrated, you know, when they're outdoors, and just giving them healthy, good snacks. Don't just go to the overprocessed, quick and easy foods. There are healthier varieties as well.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, we look forward to your store.
Thank
Be
you.
down there once you open.
Yes.
All right. We'll have all this information on how you can get your kids hydrated and also get in contact with her and her website through SonoraLiving.com.